What's up, Commanders fans? Welcome back to Commanders HQ, your go-to spot for everything burgundy and gold. Today's video brings some tension out of Ashburn as we dive into the latest on Terry McLaurin's contract holdout and a powerful message of belief in Jayden Daniels from a surprising voice. Before we get into it, smash that like button, subscribe if you bleed Commanders, and drop a comment. Should Washington pay Terry McLaurin top receiver money or look to the future? Let's break it all down. Training camp is just weeks away, but one major question remains. Where is Terry McLaurin? Washington's top wideout hasn't reported to OTAs or mandatory minicamp. The reason? A contract standoff that's starting to worry fans and insiders alike. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, McLaurin is not happy with where things are regarding an extension. The clock is ticking, and unless real progress is made, this holdout could stretch into training camp, a scenario that could put a damper on Super Bowl hopes. McLaurin is coming off a monster season. 82 catches, 1,096 yards, and a career-high 13 touchdowns. He's asking for top-tier receiver money, reportedly in the $24 to $30 million range per year. And honestly, he's earned it. But the Commanders are in a delicate situation. They've got a franchise quarterback on a rookie deal, they just traded for Deebo Samuel, and they're building for sustained success. Can they afford McLaurin's price tag without compromising the roster's long-term balance? Let's be clear, Washington wants to keep McLaurin. He's a captain, a culture setter, and a trusted target for Jayden Daniels. But general manager Adam Peters is playing the long game. He's not just building a one-year contender, he's constructing a sustainable Super Bowl window. That means hard decisions on contracts. Head coach Dan Quinn hasn't sounded too stressed publicly, but make no mistake, if McLaurin skips camp, it's a problem. This offense needs all hands on deck from day one. Deebo Samuel can help lighten the load, but McLaurin is still WR1 until further notice. Losing him, even temporarily, sets back chemistry and leadership. Let's flip to something more encouraging, and honestly, pretty shocking. Former Cowboys WR Dez Bryant, yes, Dez Bryant, just threw his full support in behind Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels. After Cam Newton and rapper Whale speculated about Daniels hitting a sophomore slump, Dez fired back on social media. Jayden Daniels is here to stay. Nothing about how he plays the game of football shows he's a one-hit wonder. Out of all athletic dual-threat QBs who have played the game, Jayden Daniels reads the defense the best. That's respect. That's recognition. And it's the kind of endorsement Daniels' elite rookie season earned him across the league. Let's kill this narrative right now. Jayden Daniels is not Robert Griffin III. Yes, both were electric rookie quarterbacks in Washington, but Daniels is a more mature, cerebral passer. His processing, poise, and accuracy, especially outside the pocket, put him in a different class. He led the league in scrambles and still kept his eyes downfield. He orchestrated clutch drives, made throws in tight windows, and avoided turnovers. That's not a flash in the pan. That's a future MVP candidate. And now he's got Deebo Samuel, Zach Ertz, and one of the best left tackles in the game in Laramie Tunsil protecting his blind side. Here's the tough part. Daniels needs McLaurin. This offense, as dynamic as it looks on paper, isn't the same without number 17. He's the guy Daniels leaned on during crunch time. His route running, contested catchability, and leadership are irreplaceable. Yes, Deebo adds juice. Yes, Ben Sinnott is rising. But if you want your franchise quarterback to take the next step, you keep his WR1 happy and on the field. That's why this holdout feels so urgent. It's not just about McLaurin, it's about giving Jayden Daniels every chance to build on his historic rookie season. After a magical 2024 season that saw Washington storm into the NFC title game, the NFL came calling hard. Teams wanted a piece of what Dan Quinn built in Ashburn, and who could blame them? Cliff Kingsbury was a top head coaching candidate. Defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr. was on interview lists. Even position coaches like Tavita Pritchard, David Blow, and Anthony Lynn drew serious interest. But here's the twist. They all stayed. The Commanders didn't just retain their entire coaching staff, they even added special teams veteran Brian Schneider from the 49ers. That kind of stability is almost unheard of in the NFL, and it matters.
a lot. Let's talk Cliff. The man took a rookie quarterback in Jayden Daniels and turned Washington into a top-5 scoring offense. He tailored the scheme to Jayden's strengths, built confidence early, and never looked back. Now, Kingsbury's back for year 2. That's huge, not just for Daniels, but for the entire offense. He'll keep expanding the playbook, he'll keep elevating Jayden, and he'll keep developing hidden gems like Luke McCaffrey and Ben Sinnott, 2 young guys poised to break out because they don't have to learn a whole new system. McCaffrey showed major strides this offseason, playing faster and with more confidence. Sinnott, a versatile TE weapon, will benefit from another year in Kingsbury's creative offense, even while sharing reps with vets like Zach Ertz and Ben Bates. It's not just the offense. On defense, Joe Witt Jr. is back to build on his strong first season. Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu are the emotional leaders, and both thrive in Witt's scheme. Louvu is chasing a first-team All-Pro bid after earning second-team honors in 2024, and Wagner gets another shot to command the middle in what could be a Hall of Fame curtain call. Witt now has the benefit of familiar personnel and another offseason to fine-tune his pressure packages and zone disguises. And if a move for a player like TJ Watt materializes, look out. You've heard it from the players. You've heard it from the coaches. Culture is different in Washington. A year ago, this was a franchise in disarray. Now, it's one of the most attractive landing spots in the league. Why? Because Dan Quinn leads with clarity, accountability, and authenticity. Kingsbury admitted it. Learning under Quinn is one of the reasons he stayed. He wants another shot at being a head coach, but not at the cost of what's being built here. Quinn said it himself. If coaches don't push themselves to improve, they can't expect players to. That's the kind of leadership that resonates, and it's why guys chose to stay rather than chase a promotion. Here's the bottom line. Continuity in coaching gives you a competitive edge in the NFL. You don't waste valuable time onboarding new coordinators. You don't reboot the playbook. You get to spend the offseason refining, not resetting. The Commanders didn't just keep their talent, they kept their brain trust. And that sets them apart heading into 2025. Jayden Daniels gets to keep growing under the same voice. The defense doesn't start over. The offense stays aggressive. The standard? Higher than ever. So here's where we stand. McLaurin is frustrated with contract talks. Training camp starts July 22nd, and he might not show. Dez Bryant just gave Jayden Daniels one of the strongest endorsements of his career. The Commanders are loaded. The energy around this team is different. But to make a real Super Bowl run, they need all the pieces working together, especially their star wideout. Adam Peters, the ball is in your court. Should the Commanders pay Terry McLaurin top dollar, or should they let him walk next offseason and trust Debo and the young guys? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if you're riding with Daniels all the way to the Super Bowl. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got daily Commanders news, breakdowns, and insider updates coming your way. This is Commanders HQ, and we're just getting started. HTTC.